Hello, everybody. Here we are. We're going to do a couple of tunes. We'd like to dedicate this to Helen Fathers. You know, we're celebrating the coldest night of the year, and I'd like to take a moment to talk about some of the great things that Sources does. You know, we'll sum it up in 3 words. They help the homeless, they help the hungry, and they help the hurting. The song we're going to do today is to support the people that are suffering a little bit with mental health issues. We're going to do a song by Janet Lillian Russell, and this song is called The Sting of Love. If you listen to the song and it makes you think you might like some consultation, you need to know that the Sources did 2,300 consulting sessions last year. They're ready for you if you need help with there. Some speak in whispers, some in tongues, and some they never say.
Are they playing live?
Some people buy it, some people sell it, no one ever gives it away. And some they write it down the lines and they call it poetry. Some bring gifts, some bring flowers, some bring misery. Some dance and some they sing, you know. Some feel the power and some feel the sting of love. Sting of love, baby. For some it's forever, for some it's for now, and for some it's never true. For some it's sweet, for some it's kind, and for some it's black and blue. And some that live out the days of the souls were on fire. And some that live out the nights in the state of denial. And some that dance and some they sing, you know. Some feel proud and some feel the sting of love. Sting of love, baby. So some speak in whispers, some in tongues, and some they never say. Some people sell it, but no one ever gives it away. And some they write down the lines and they call it poetry. Some bring gifts, some bring flowers, and some bring misery. Some they dance and some they sing, you know. Some feel the power and some feel the sting of love. So help the homeless, help the hungry, help the hungry. I feel the love.
Well, welcome everyone, and thank you for tuning in to our coldest night of the year opening ceremony. I just want to let everyone know up front that we're recording this event so that we can share on our coldest night of the year Facebook group for those who were unable to join us tonight. First of all, please join me in giving a big round of applause to the Speakeasy Trio. Chris, John, and Stuart are White Rock locals. You may have seen them perform at Source's AGM years ago or at the White Rock Farmers Market. The song they performed is called Sting of Love, written by former White Rock resident Jeanette Lillian Russell. I'm Mark Burchell, this year's coldest night of the year co-chair and member of Source's Society Board. I'd like to introduce my co-host for tonight and member of Source's Foundation Board, Megan Knight. And I'd like to congratulate Megan and her team, Chili Knights, for their fundraising achievements of raising $4,850 so far. Over to you, Megan.
Well, thank you so much, Mark. And yes, so far, we're still trying. We're trying to crack that 5,000 mark. This is the 9th year that Sources has been participating in Coldest Night of the Year. We have some amazing fundraising numbers so far, and we would like to thank all the team captains and the walkers for their tremendous fundraising efforts. I'll pass it over to our CEO, David Young, for some stats on everybody. David?
Well, thank you, Megan, and thank you, Mark. I'm just going to give you the most up-to-date stats because they keep changing. Currently, we have raised collectively $162,860, which is 81% of our goal. Congratulations, everybody, and thank you so much. If everybody just raises another $80 or $90 each as walkers, we will make our $200,000 target. It is just super exciting. This year, we have the most walkers ever. Right now, we're counting 447 walkers and 60 teams. That is a record for us here in South Surrey White Rock. So the event continues to grow. Share with you the top 10 lead teams right now. And starting from number 10, the Rotary Club of White Rock, captained by Fred Wickens, followed by Home Life Benchmark Realty Corp from White Rock, Rick Dubourg, they're number 9. Coming in at number 8 is the Warm Feet for the Street, Glenn Roy, returning again with his team, a solid number 8 at over $5,000 raised. Number 7, the Rotary Semiahmoo Rotary Club, led by Patty Burt, and they've raised well over $5,000. So Rotary Club of White Rock, take note. I'm sure they'll work hard to catch up. They're not that far apart. Stephen Crozier and the Democracy Direct Society. Welcome back, Stephen. You are over $5,000 and coming in right now in 6th position. Heart and Soul, led by Robin Freiheit, who joined us all the way from Portugal last year, raising over $6,000 this year while she is in town, and number 5. Our co-lead sponsors this year, RBC, White Rock, South Surrey, Stephen Miles and Doreen are the co-captains, and they have 39 members on their team, and they are number 4 with $7,651 raised. Coming in at a solid number 3 is a team called Imagine, led by yours truly, and we are just under $11,000, and we are working hard to catch up with number 2, the White Rock Baptist Church, led by Jennifer Friesen at over $11,000. And once again, topping the charts is White Rock Pride Society, this year captained by Heather Johnson, $15,680. I know they've already done their walk, but the money is continuing to flow. Congratulations to them and to all of our teams. A special mention of the top 10 fundraisers to date. And I'll just mention Jeff Giffen on my team, coming in number 10 at over $1,800 raised. Robin Freiheit, number 9 at $1,920. Denise Darrow, Denise, I saw a note you were dancing to the music, $2,000. Number 7, Jill Van Heusen from West Coast Floral at $2,000. Our local member of parliament, Carrie Lynn Finley, coming in a solid number 6 at $2,075. Jessica de Los Santos from Oceana with $2,195, coming in at number 5. Stephen Crozier from Democracy Direct, number 4, $2,565. And Megan, you're number 3 at $3,350. And I'm sorry to say that I knocked you off the number 2 pedestal, coming in number 2 myself at $4,545.
Wow.
But nobody compares to Ernie Clausen, number 1 at $5,905. So that's our scoreboard to date. Back to you, Megan.
Okay, thank you, David. And that gives me a challenge, so I'll have to work on it. I'd now like to introduce our other co-chair, and that is Raja Gopal. And Raj, if you'd like to say a few words.
Rotary Club of White Rock will be number 1 at the end of the day. We are waiting for about $20,000 in commitments to come through. So hang in there, guys. Hey, Rotary Club of White Rock, Irene, hang in there. And Anthony, hang in there.
Thank you, Raj. Now I'm going to go over a few things for everyone tuned in this evening to keep in mind. First thing is, please keep your mic off and on mute. The next is type any questions in the chat bar or raise your hand, and then we'll get back to you. Also, a heads up, we're going to be playing a really fun interactive trivia game using Kahoot with a chance to win a prize. You will need 2 devices to play along. So you'll need your computer and you'll need your cell phone. But I think we're going to let Ryan explain all the ins and outs of that. Is Ryan there?
Yes. Could you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Perfect. So I'm just going to link in the chat here, Kahoot, the Kahoot information. So if you go to kahoot.it, the game pin is right there, 8140118. And I'm just going to share my screen here. So yeah, we'll give you guys a few minutes. We are playing for prizes. So the first, the top 3 players do get prizes.
All right, and we're playing this a little later, right?
You still there,
Yes.
Ryan?
Yeah, I'll just give you guys about 20 seconds to log in. We still have some spots available.
So Ryan, we're going to play this game a little later on. Is that right? You're just giving them instructions of how to sign in?
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. Yeah, I'll just leave it there in the background.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, well, thank you, Ryan. And Mark, I think we're going to go on to Irene.
Yeah, you betcha, Megan. And first of all, thank you, Ryan and David and Raj for your input. And thank you, Megan. So Irene Dahl is a member of the Rotary Club of White Rock and sings the national anthem before each Rotary meeting. Please welcome Irene Dahl in singing of O Canada.
Thank you very much, David, and everyone else. O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all our land. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Thank you, everybody.
Beautiful, Irene. Thank you. Every bit as beautiful as you sang last year, and thank you for that and for last year. I would like to now acknowledge I am hosting tonight from the unceded traditional and ancestral territories of the Semiahmoo, Kwantlen, Katsi, and Tawasin First Nations. I'd like to now introduce Harley Chappell, Semiahmoo First Nations Chief. Harley.
CM Nesjalaja, Haichka, Konasanatajo, Tiatongan, it's in Tia Makwelia, Opakton, since the SNA, CM Simiamasan. Dear friends and relatives, first off, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here this evening. My traditional name is Wapakton, and I am the elected chief at Semiahmoo. You know, really, I just want to raise my hands. I apologize. I was trying to get home to be on a computer for this evening, but you caught me in transit instead. So I've safely pulled over to the side. This evening, I'd just like to open our event. You know, my elder was always telling me, whenever the people gather, whenever you gather the people, you try to make it a good place. You try to make it a good place to share, to be safe, to be comfortable. And the way we understand in our custom is to share through song. Our songs are really our connectedness to our ancestors in the spirit world, and really the blessing that it comes down. You know, for us tonight, I'm going to share, you know, not so much for the guests that are online here, but for the ones we're doing this work for, the ones that spend those day in, day out, night in, night out in the elements. And I share that tonight with a little bit of a heavy heart. We in Semiahmoo recently had a loss of a young man who lived in Vancouver and lived a very transient lifestyle. So he really comes to mind this evening. And I just want to thank the organizers and the facilitators for asking me to be here this evening to bring awareness, bring understanding to the work that we need to do, and how I always think how we can do a little bit more. And you know, hearing the totals and hearing the numbers of the donations that have come in, I think what a fantastic job everybody's done here to make this event successful. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I will just, I'm going to sing today one of our flood songs. And our flood song, the words in our flood song say, Shasha Chukwalaksan CM, I am a survivor of the flood. Stand strong, my people, because I am a survivor of the flood. And really what that song says to us is resiliency and the ability to overcome, really the basis of the work that we're doing here this evening. So I'm going to sing a little bit of that song. And again, I just really want to thank each and every one of you for your good work, what we call our height swallowings, our good feelings that we put out there so that we can embrace one another and support each other. So to all the ones that have put a little bit forward, share it out of your wallet or share it out of your time, I really thank you for the good work you're doing and how you are bringing community closer and closer together. Thank you all.
Well, thank you, Chief Chapel. We appreciate you.
I'm not done.
Oh, you're
I'm
still
not
going.
done.
Sorry.
Again, I just want to thank each and every one of you for being here this evening, taking a little bit of time out of your day and out of your life to share your good feelings with your loved ones. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Harley.
Now I'm done.
Okay, sorry about that. My apologies. We appreciate you taking the time for us, Chief Chapel. Have a good evening. Now, I would like to introduce Lee Sully, who is the president of LK Developments. LK has been our lead sponsor for the past 7 years. We also want to congratulate Lee this evening for being honored with the Paul Harris Award by the Semiahmoo Rotary Club last night. Lee was recognized for his personal as well as LK's many contributions to our community. Well done, Lee. Lee, thank you for all your support for all these years. Please tell us why LK has chosen to be involved with Coldest Night of the Year for so many years.
Thanks, Megan. All of us at LK have been really proud and excited to have been a part of the Coldest Night of the Year over 7 years now, and we've seen it grow and expand and just all the excitement around that. So we're really proud to be a part of that. And being on the Sources Society board, I see the programs, those funds go to the homelessness prevention programs, the rent bank, the food bank, and everything that Sources does to help folks in the community. And so from that side, we're really excited at LK. And I think the other side that we're really excited is just to see what the community's done around this event, and seeing so many people get involved. And so there, we have so many sponsors and teams and walkers that each year it grows almost exponentially. So we'd also like to thank all of the other sponsors who've been involved, and we couldn't do this without them. The new co-lead sponsor, the Royal Bank of Canada, they jumped in this year really with both feet. They have a team of 39 members, and they really just got involved. Supporting sponsor, the Home Life Benchmark Realty, they've been supporting this event for many years now. I think maybe more years than we have. So thanks so much to them for all that continued support. The Rest Stop sponsors, Coast Capital Savings, Dave Lee Scotia Wealth Management, Platinum Pro Claim Restoration, the Rotary Club of White Rock, the Summer Francis Group. Also, the event sponsors, Amica White Rock, Canadian Tire White Rock, Grandview Law Group, Kwantlen Polytechnic University, Man & Co. Bake Shop, the Walker Real Estate Team, Uptown Printers, Van City Semiahmoo Branch, Westland Insurance, and Wife Financial. We'd also like to thank the media sponsors, Peace Arch News, Wellness News Canada, and the goods and services sponsors, Save On Foods, Kintech, White Rock, Starbucks, who was out giving coffee on the toot handout, which was very cold, and Optimum Nutrition. And so thank you to everyone. We couldn't do it without all the support.
Well, thank you, Lee, and congratulations on being honored with the Paul Harris Award. It's really something special. And now we have a very special message from our friendly neighborhood meteorologist, the very popular Mark Madriga from Global BC.
Hello there, everyone, and thank you for being part of our big weekend here. Coldest night of the year. I'm walking on Saturday with sources in South Surrey, White Rock, and it's Mark Madriga right now in the Global Weather Center with an update on your weather for this weekend. And boy, the timing is everything here. It looks like by Sunday it's going to be quite wet on the south coast. For our friends in Prince George, I'm going ahead on my Futurecast into Saturday. Dry and cool, but not as cold as we've had during the week here in the south coast through Parksville. Still dry right into the afternoon and the morning if you're walking around White Rock, South Surrey. Some sun in the mix on Saturday morning. So have a great time. Thank you so much for supporting and enjoy your weekend, everyone.
Well, that doesn't sound too bad if you can get out tomorrow. So now we will hear from Sarah Forte. She is the president of Sources Society Board of Directors. Sarah is going to share how the money we raise will assist the programs offered by Sources. Sarah?
Hi, thanks for having us. Hello, everybody. Hard to follow Mark Madriga, but I have a pretty cool backdrop as well, which is our coldest night of the team, coldest night of the year team from 2019. And I have here with me my coldest night sidekick slash, I think maybe I'm his sidekick, actually, Rocco. And this is our 6th year walking in the coldest night of the year. And our team, Snow Place Like Home, very good name, if I do say so myself, has currently raised $1,685. So we're hot on your top 10 tails. So look out, we still got time. I'm so proud to be asked to be here tonight as the president of the board of Sources, and I'm just so proud to be part of Sources. I have gotten a unique opportunity to get to see some of the programming and hear about all the things that Sources does in my role, and where this money goes to is just such needed services. We are going to support the homeless, hungry, and hurting. You heard about that in the opening song. We're going to help people pay their rent so that they don't become homeless in the first place. We're going to help people find a home. We're going to help provide food security to families in need. And we're going to provide counseling sessions for those who are struggling with mental wellness. And I think all of us at this stage in the pandemic are seeing the great needs that are arising, particularly around mental health. And I'm just so proud to be part of an organization that has a program like Discover Why, which is a barrier-free youth counseling service. And what that means is that any youth that shows up to Discover Why gets help. They don't have to meet any criteria. They don't have to get approval from their parents. We can just help. The answer is always yes. And the only reason we can do that is because we are funded 100% by donations, which means there's no strings attached and we can just help everyone that comes. So thank you to all of you, the sponsors, the walkers, the organizers, the other board members here. Everyone just puts in so much work to this event every year. And I agree with Lee, it just seems to get exponentially better every single year that we've been involved. And we're already looking forward to next year and adding to our epic toot collection. I would also like to do a shout out to the cheer squad. So this team is a group of people who cheer on amazing team captains and to do their best and try to get their way into the top 10. I know we've had some contact from them this year and in past years, and it really does help as a team captain to know you've got that support. And specifically, I'm gonna thank Tatiana Believa, Manager Advocacy Services, Pavan Gill, Reaching Home Advocate, Roshni Chand, Red Bank Coordinator, and Jay Balashchuk, Housing Support Services Manager. So thank you. Big round of applause. Cheers for the cheer squad. And back over to you guys.
Well, thank you, Sarah. And thank you, Rocco, too, for your participation. Now, a few key things you'll need to keep in mind when you walk this weekend is, first of all, you need a good warm up and a stretch before you go out. So I think we have a little video that shows our warm up. We can play it now.
My name is Faye. Welcome to the coldest night of the year warm up here in sunny White Rock. I want to introduce you to T-Rex, some of our mascots, Neil the Lion, Jerome the Gnome, Megan Knight, and Mark Burton. All right, we're going to get started. Let's start with rolling the shoulders back. All my ladies, pop your backs with it. Roll the shoulders back, and the elbow. Couple more time.
Yes, that was Mark and I trying to work out there, but we did our best. Now, for the rest, make sure you dress for the weather and don't forget your toques. Map out a very safe 2 to 5 kilometer route. Let someone know where you are. Bring a cell phone in case of emergency and add your pledge funds in for your fund hub. Share online as you go. Use hashtag CNOY22. Be safe and have fun. You can find all these tips on our Coldest Night White Rock website.
Well, thank you, Megan. And earlier we mentioned we have a trivia game, Kahoot. I'd like to introduce Ryan from Sources to explain how to join the game. Ryan?
Thanks, Mark. I'm just going to link the pin in the chat again. And yeah, we'll start our game here. Still have room for a few more people to join. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so we'll start. Can everyone see the screen okay? Perfect. Here's the first question. We are playing for prizes, so the top 3 does get prizes. What safety reminder should you follow during your walk? Yeah, the answer is all of them, as we mentioned. So in the lead right now is Adam. And the next question is, who are our lead sponsors? Yes, the answer is RBC and LK Developments. Thank you so much. Next question, which one of our sponsors would you contact for a printer? Would it be Westland Insurance, Kintech, KPU, or Uptown Printers? Everyone answered that pretty fast there. Right. Yeah, well, someone answered KPU. First question, who was the meteorologist in the weather report that we saw earlier today? Yes, it was Mark Madriga. And so far, Tanvir is in the lead. And our fifth question, Lee Sully is the president of which company? So yeah, Lee was speaking earlier today. That's right, yeah, LK Developments. Tanvir is still in the lead. Yeah, Sarah's getting pretty close though. This is our last and final question here. What color is the toque for this year? Yes, so yeah, indeed it is yellow. Perfect, and let's see who the winners are. Samantha in third place, Sarah in 2, and first place is Tanbeer. Congratulations. We'll be in touch with you to get your prizes to you. Perfect. Yeah. Over to you, Mark.
Well, actually, it's over to Megan.
Yeah, I think it's my spot. Well, thank you everyone for playing the game. I hope you had some fun and a few of you won some prizes. That's great. So thank you very much for joining us this evening. And please come back on Sunday at the same time to watch the closing ceremonies, where we will feature a performance by a talented local artist, Ben Dunnell, some of our incredible team captains, and our generous co-lead sponsor, RBC. And please share your photos and videos on our Facebook group and or email them to communications@sourcesbc.ca. So good night from me and over to Mark.
And we'll be announcing the winner of our scavenger hunt. So remember to take a photo of you with your toque and 2 items of the scavenger hunt list to win a $200 Kintech gift certificate for a new pair of shoes. Check out our Facebook group for details. And we'll also have a draw for 2 Abbotsford Canucks tickets donated by Home Life Benchmark Realty. Walkers who raise a minimum of $500 will be entered into the draw. So thanks for joining us tonight, everyone. And thank you for supporting Source's coldest night of the year. Enjoy your coldest night of the year weekend. Happy walking, stay safe, and have fun. Thanks for joining us tonight.